Hello everybody, Board Game Lawyer here. Welcome to another playthrough of Marvel Champions from Fantasy Flight Games. Let's get down to the table and see what I'm going to be playing with this evening. So I'm calling this Juggernaut Week, so I'm going to attempt to play several games with Juggernaut this week. And so I've already played once with Aggression and Hulk. Didn't do too bad. So tonight I'm going to be playing Leadership with Wasp, Nadia Van Dyne, as you can see from down here on the bottom of the screen. So let's take a look at Juggernaut's setup. So I'm using Juggernaut 2 and Juggernaut 3 in expert mode this evening. Hope Summers is on the table. The standard and expert encounter set is shuffled into the encounter deck. And one modular encounter set, we took out Black Tom Cassidy and I put in Deathstrike. And this is kind of to celebrate the Marvel, or let's see, the Critical Encounters podcast that came out fresh this week, all featuring Deathstrike. So she is in my deck, in the encounter deck today as well. The setup set is to attach Juggernaut's helmet to Juggernaut, put Hope Summers into play under the first player's control. So here's the helmet, attach Juggernaut. Juggernaut gets Stalwart and Overkill. Overkill. Yeah, there it is. Hero action, spend 3 resources of the same type, remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut, and flip this card. All right, and Hope Summers says that she has a setup. The first player controls Hope Summers. Hope Summers does not count against your ally limit. Hope Summers' base thwart and base attack are equal to the thwart and attack of your hero. If Hope Summers enters play, the players lose the game. All right, so we're going to flip to the Unstoppable Juggernaut, side 1B. Side 1B is a forced interrupt when the scheme will be completed. Instead, do each of the following. There's bullet points, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Starts with 1 threat on it, threats out at 7. When it threats out, that's whenever you go through these various steps here on the card, which we'll read if that happens. All right, so Juggernaut has a scheme of 1, an attack of 3. Juggernaut gets +1 attack for each momentum counter here, and it says when revealed, place 1 momentum counter here. If Juggernaut exposed is in play, flip it. Otherwise, give Juggernaut a tough status card, so he's going to begin the game tough. And that's all the setup for Juggernaut. Nadia Van Dyne has a girl action. Shuffle up to 2 cards with a printed mental resource from your discard pile into your deck. You can do this a limit of once per round. I have yet to mulligan, so let's see what I'm going to get rid of here. We have Inspiring Presence. Play only if your identity has the Avenger trait. Heal 1 damage from an ally and ready it. So you can ready an ally. We have Inspired. Attached to an ally, max 1 per ally. Attached ally gets +1 thwart, +1 attack. All right, good. And we got the Quinn Carrier, and we've got Energy, Make the Call. So we don't have any allies in the discard pile, so we're going to discard Make the Call. And I may try to hang on to that Quinn Carrier. How about one of these Inspired Presence? 2 of these Inspired Presence. I'll just go ahead and toss both of those off to draw 3 more cards. We got Ironheart, I draw Genius, and I have Beast. Nice. That's actually really nice. This is a nice way to start the game, because I could put Beast out, get resource back, put Ironheart out, get a resource back. Do I have enough to put out the Quinn Carrier is the question. Possibly. Let's see how this works. So Nadia Van Dyne allows us to shuffle up to 2 cards with a printed mental resource from our discard pile into our deck. And a Quinn Carrier. Getting a Quinn Carrier out is pretty good right now. So if I put the Quinn Carrier out, I can put Beast out. I could go get a resource. Huh. Let's do this first. Let's spend 2 resources, Genius, and we'll spend Energy to put out Beast. And then we'll bring the Energy card back into our hand. 1, 2, 3. I won't have enough to put out Ironheart 2. Nope, won't have enough to put out Ironheart as well. So let's try this then. Let's put out Ironheart. We'll spend 2 resources to do that. Before we put Ironheart out then, let's use our Nadia Van Dyne ability to shuffle 2 mental resource cards from our discard pile into our deck. So Genius for sure. And let me see what else is in my discard pile. I've got Make the Call and Inspiring Presence. So how about Make the Call and Genius? Those are both mental resource cards that will shuffle into our play deck. Shuffle those up. And then we'll spend the 2 energy resources to put out Ironheart, which allows us to draw a card, and we get the Power of Leadership. Bummer. It would have been nice to have gotten a double resource to be able to put out the Quinn Carrier just now. But Inspired is good too. We can put Inspired onto Hope Summers, which I think I will. Let's make some room here. Yeah, I'll use that double resource to put Inspired onto... Maybe I'll hang on to the double resource. I'll just use the Quinn Carrier and the Inspired card to put out the Inspired card onto Hope Summers. So we'll flip that to the front. Ironheart's going to attack Juggernaut and remove that tough card from him. Takes 1 consequential damage for that. Beast is going to lay 2 damage into Juggernaut. Takes him down to 19. And he'll take a consequential damage for that. Now I need to swap to my hero side in order to be able to use Hope Summers. So we're going to flip over to our giant form. Wasp will attack Juggernaut for 2, taking him down to 17. Hope Summers is 2 because of Wasp and then 1 because of Inspired. So we'll do 3 more damage into Juggernaut, and I think that's going to end my turn. Okay, so we got Pim Particles, Ingenuity, Wasp's Helmet, Ant-Man, and the Power of Leadership in my deck, or my hand. Placing 1 threat on Unstoppable Juggernaut. Juggernaut's going to attack us for 1 + 1 plus this card here, which is a Breakthrough. 2 more. Oh, I blocked that, by the way, with Wasp. Sorry. 3 damage from Juggernaut. 4, 5, 6. We're going to block 3 of it. I meant to do that. I was going to block. That's why my intention was. Just got a little ahead of myself there. So Breakthrough is discarded. And the encounter card reads Head of Steam. Juggernaut gains Retaliate X, where X is the number of momentum counters on Juggernaut. Attach Head of Steam to Juggernaut and place 1 momentum counter on him. Alright. Very good. Ant-Man. While you're in giant form, Ant-Man gains the giant trait and gets +1 attack. Pim Particles. After you spend this card, heal 2 damage from your hero if you're in giant form, or draw 1 card if you're in tiny form. I could spend... let's see. Ingenuity. I need to flip down in order to play that, because you can only play this if you have the Genius trait. So how about with Beast, we remove 2 threat from Unstoppable Juggernaut. And that places 1 consequential damage into Beast. I don't like the Retaliate X at all. So, yeah. Pim Particles. After you spend this card, heal damage from your hero. if you're in giant form. If I flip down to, I could draw a card. I almost feel like I need to drop down into my alter ego form though. I don't want to get retaliated upon. Again, I'm just always one resource shy of where I need to be. It feels like. Alright, so I'm going to flip down to my alter ego form. Nadia Van Dyne. I'm going to spend some resources here to put out Ingenuity. So how about I spend Ant-Man and Power of Leadership to put out Ingenuity, exhaust Ingenuity for its resource, and spend a Pim particle to put out Wasp's Helmet now. So I have an upgrade, Hope Summers, we're not using Hope right now. Ironheart, we're going to keep Ironheart for now. And we will advance. Turn things back over to Juggernaut. What'd I get? I got Red Room Training, I got Pinpoint Strike, Avengers Mansion, Giant Help, Biosynthetic Wings, and an Ingenuity. Alright. Placing one threat on Unstoppable Juggernaut. Juggernaut's going to scheme for 1 plus 2. So he places 3 more threat onto the Unstoppable Juggernaut. Discard that card. And the encounter card is an Assault, which is, I am an alter ego, so it's going to gain Surge. Good time to get that. And Adamantium Upgrades now comes out on the Juggernaut. So now we've got Funny Thumb comes out, attached to an enemy without a copy of Adamantium Upgrades attached. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. Attached enemy attacks gain Piercing. Spend 3 different resources to discard this card. I do have 3 different resources. I could get rid of that. Such a bummer, though. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Ooh, I didn't use Nadia Van Dyne's girl action before. So maybe I'll do that now. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to use the... well, let's see. Beast can remove 2 threat from the Unstoppable Juggernaut. And so Beast will get discarded because that'll take care of all of his consequential damage. All of his health's gone now because of consequential damage. And then Ironheart, if Ironheart removes threat from the Unstoppable Juggernaut, so Ironheart's gone too. But I can use my girl ability now to look through my discard pile, find 2 cards. And maybe these are the ones I want. Try to get Beast back. And maybe my Ironheart. So those are 2 mental resources that I can get back into my deck. Put those on top and shuffle. Red Room Training is good to have. Giant form, you gain Retaliate. While you're in tiny form, your basic attacks gain Piercing. I like that. Avengers Mansion for sure. So we'll exhaust Ingenuity. Exhaust Giant Help. Or discard Giant Help. Discard Ingenuity. And discard Pinpoint Strike. To put out the Avengers Mansion. Exhaust the Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Professor X. I'll spend Professor X and the Biosynthetic Wings to put out the Red Room Training now. Because in tiny form, I get Piercing in my attacks now. Alright, so he only gets a bonus when he's attacking. for them adamantium upgrades. And I did not attack Juggernaut. I'm going to stay in my alter ego form, and I'm going to heal 3 damage. So we're going to go all the way back up to full strength. Hope Summers is just going to hang on for a minute. And it's Juggernaut's turn. What I get? I got Ant-Man, I got Maria Hill, Nick Fury, Inspiring Presence, Beast, and Pim Particles. Unstoppable Juggernaut takes a threat. Juggernaut schemes for 1, 2, 3, 4. Four scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Discard Seeking Vengeance. And the encounter card is, let me make sure, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I only put 4 on. Must have been at 2. Oh no, he's going to advance. Ugly. Okay, so Juggernaut's going to scheme for 1 plus Hack and Slash. Discard 1 random card from your hand and take damage equal to the number of printed resources on it. So we'll do that first. Random discard, so we get rid of Nick Fury, unfortunately. So Hack and Slash doesn't add any additional threat, but the 1 is going to push the Unstoppable Juggernaut over the top. And let's see, I think I'm supposed to take a damage. Let me look and see on that card. Yeah, discard 1 random card from your hand, take damage equal to the number of printed resources on it. So yeah, Nadia Van Dyne goes down by 1. The advance triggered the Unstoppable Juggernaut. So what happens now? It says remove all threat from here. So we'll do that. And then if Juggernaut Exposed is in play, flip it. It's not. Place 1 momentum counter on Juggernaut, so he gets an extra momentum counter now. And then Juggernaut attacks each player in order, even if they're in alter ego form. So Juggernaut's going to attack for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Plus 3 more is 10 damage into Nadia Van Dyne, which is going to end the game. Whoa. 10 damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage I take in alter ego form. That's horrible. Oh my goodness. Deathstrike. Lady Deathstrike with her 3 boost icons. Juggernaut 3, 4, 5. It's hard to believe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is exactly what I've got. So I lost all my health on that one scheme. Right? Because yeah, I was at 6 on the Unstoppable Juggernaut. I went to 7, which triggered the Unstoppable Juggernaut. I went through all the steps there, which added an extra momentum counter. And he hits me for 10. I wasn't even expecting that. Holy cow. I went from like 11 down to nothing all in one shot. So I'm still kind of reeling from that. So surely I did something wrong in this game. If I did, please let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I'm just going to call this a quick game and maybe play another. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and end the video. But thanks for watching. Again, this is a Board Game Lawyer. I'm on Twitch playing live right now, and I do that from time to time. Then I upload to YouTube some of the videos that I have recorded live. But if you want to subscribe to me on Twitch, then you'll get pinged whenever I come on live. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, then whenever I place a video out there on YouTube, then you'll get alerted for that as well. But anyway, thanks for watching today, and hope to bring you another video game again very soon. But anyway, take care, friends, and have a good evening.